Hello, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Last part, we did some more investigating. We learned from Emma that she was meant to be the actual last victim of the Joe Dart killings, but Neil came in, Neil Marshall, and he ended up dying. But there's definitely some strange things about how he died, and something feels weird. We also did some snooping around Chief Grant's office. Opened his safe, which is strangely the combination's just 7 sevens, which is strangely also the ID number that we were missing. And we found we found a bunch of evidence of like just stuff he was hiding. He was hiding evidence from the SL9 incident. For what reason? We don't know. And we ended up confronting Lana about it. So it's likely that she's not, like, protecting Grant. It's more like she's just being forced to stay quiet. And that she said that the stabbing that Angel saw was her taking out the switchblade knife and putting in Edgeworth's knife. Like, she was told by Grant to, like, dispose of the body. So yeah, Grant might be our killer. Also, I don't think this is the final part. I think this is still a few more parts, however, so... I forgot that there's, like, the trial ladder, trial former, all that, so... We'll get to what we get to. We'll just go until it says to be continued. Alright, back to it. Trial former. Final day. Alright, February 25th, 9:47 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. This is the defendant lobby, alright. But there's no defendant. I've been trying to reach Lana all morning. Where could she be? Where's Emma, for that matter? It almost seems as if... Oh, that's right. She went to talk... Like, Grant held her back. And I went, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Something's been happening behind the scenes. I don't know who this could be. It could be Edgeworth. Hell yeah. Yeah. Edgeworth. Knowing you, you've already figured it out. Who's the owner of the 77 ID number is, that is. Well, I have a pretty strong hunch. Bitch. Bitch jump scare. In the brain. Oh! Looks like I'm not the only one who's figured it out. You know, the only reason this trial didn't reach a verdict yesterday is because there was still room for doubt regarding this ID record. If that number does belong to whom you suspect, then no doubt will remain. Sorry. After all, he hasn't been officially charged with anything. True, not yet. In any event, once all doubt has been removed from the list, I can call for a ruling. 5 minutes, right? And Chief Prosecutor Skye will be found guilty. But she didn't do it! Figured you'd say as much. That's why I came here, to hear what you have to say. This is the first time he's ever done something like this. Lana's hiding something, and the only way we'll ever know the truth is to draw it out of her. The truth. Everything goes back to the SL9 incident. Don't be stupid. Today's the last day of the trial. We don't have time to reminisce about the past. That depends on you. If she's found guilty, you'll lose your only chance to find out what really happens. I'll think about it. See you in court, Wright? Bye, bestie! This is it. If I'm ever going to find out what Chief Grant has on her, it's now. February 25th, 10 o'clock a.m. District Court, courtroom number 9. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Skye. Again, for the 4th time. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Normally, this is when the prosecution puts forth its opening statement. But before that, the police chief has a proposal to make. Oh, no. Well, can we turn him down? Chief Grant, he knows we're on to him. Can we refuse? No! He's appeared! Fuck, get him out of here. No. Morning, folks. How's everyone doing? Hey, Edgy. Been back to the pool yet? No, I've been drowning enough as it is in my work. It'd be funny if he just stopped there. I've been drowning enough. I can't swim. Oh, that's a good one. Don't think I could top that. If you don't mind me asking, Chief, exactly what is this proposal of yours? Proposal is to shut the fuck up and sentence her to death. Lana, that is to say, the defendant, has asked me if she could speak directly to the court. She wants to do what? God, this could be another, he's using her thing. Having heard what she intends to say, I feel she should be granted her request. In the end, it should save everyone a lot of time and trouble. No, you're forcing her to confess, I think. What's this all about, defendant? I'd just like to make one simple request, and I'll be finished. Well then, what's your request? Your Honor, I'd like you to put an immediate end to this trial. No! That's what's happening! Huh? I confess to all charges against me. No! Yes, I knew it! He's making her say it, though. On February 24th of this year, I murdered Detective Bruce Goodman in the underground parking lot of the prosecutor's office. No, Lana! Fuck! Fuck, goddamn! No! Fuck off! You can't! Your Honor, the defendant's claim does not change the defense's plea. In that case, Mr. Wright, I no longer require your services. But Lana! Your Honor, I hereby forfeit my rights to an attorney. Fuck! The prosecution may lack direct evidence against me, but has sufficiently proven its case through testimony and circumstantial evidence. He must have something on Emma, I think. I think that's what it is. She's just going for it. She's like, kill me, end it. I can't. It has to be Emma. He must have something on her. I'd like you to render your verdict now, if you please. Well, the defendant certainly has the right to self-representation. Her request is legally valid, although this is an unprecedented situation. Okay, go jail. Indeed, it appears there's no further need to continue this trial. Wait! I'd like to continue this trial! Even if Mr. Wright may feel otherwise. This can't be happening. It appears the time for the verdict has arrived. Finally. Thank God. I'm hungry. I need to go to Arby's after this. This court finds the defendant. Hold it! Fuck! Objection! Edgeworth! Yes! Yes! Hell yeah. One moment, Your Honor. Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution has not yet proven the defendant guilty beyond reasonable doubt. Any ruling at this stage would certainly be premature. Come now, Worthy. I understand this is a difficult time for you, but why don't you just be a good little boy and keep your mouth shut, You fucker, it is him. It's definitely this motherfucker. No, I think not. I don't think I care for your tone, Chief Grant. What? How about this? Creating another fabrication to cover up your past mistakes. Sorry, but I'm no longer the naive little boy you'd have me to be. With the sudden confession from the defendant, it's obvious to me some kind of deal was struck behind the scenes. Some kind of deal, Not everyone operates as you do, Worthy. I thought so. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to change its first witness. Oh! Oh, that's perfect. To whom? As its first witness, the prosecution would like to call Miss Emma Skye. Good! I wonder who he was gonna bring up first. But no, that's good. We gotta do something about that past incident. I think he's realized it. I request the court hears her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm exercising my right to self-representation. I don't think we need to continue. I don't care what you think, Miss Skye. The exposure of truth sometimes results in tragedy. However, no matter how tragic the truth may be, it would be an even greater tragedy to avert one's eyes from it. Hell yeah, Edgeworth. Very well, the court shall grant the prosecution's request. That's okay with you, right, Chief Grant? Worthy. You'll live to regret this. Mark my words. And that's a threat? That's a direct threat in court? Miss Emma Skye, please take the stand. Looks like Edgeworth has decided to take the horse by the reins. Hell yeah. Now then, witness, please state your name and occupation. My name is Emma Skye. My occupation? I'm Lana's little sister and I want to be a scientific investigator. 2 years ago, you encountered the serial killer Joe Dark, the Joe Dark killings. Is this correct? Yes. I'm trying my hardest to forget about that, though. I'm sorry. But I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to recall those events one more time. Mr. Edgeworth, please remember this trial concerns the murder of Detective Goodman. Is an incident that was resolved 2 years ago really all that relevant? Yes. It most certainly is. Okay. Okay then. The judge is the funniest character in the series, I swear to God. Dude, Dude! This guy, like, mostly doesn't know what's going on and just kind of folds immediately. But he has the power to sentence someone to death if he's just not paying attention. He sure came in fast. Now, please testify about what happened to you 2 years ago. The trip to yesteryear has finally begun. It's bound to lead to the truth behind this trial. This is just like episode 4. They're very parallel to each other. And this is like a mix of episode 4 and episode 2. I like it. 2 years ago. I was waiting in my sister's office that day. A man came running in and took me hostage. Neil Marshall rescued me. But I'll never forget what I saw in that instant. The man raised up his knife and stabbed Mr. Marshall in the chest. Wait. Huh. It's a good thing you weren't harmed. I passed out. I don't remember much. That's okay. That's understandable. However, please tell me, Mr. Edgeworth, what does this testimony have to do with Detective Goodman's murder? That will soon become apparent, Your Honor. You've got to admire him for his courage, considering he has no evidence. Wait a minute, he wants me to find the evidence. Damn it. I gotta do all the dirty work. Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination. 2 years ago. I was waiting in my sister's office. Why was she waiting in the office again? 2 years ago, the defendant was a detective at the police department, correct? Yes, she was second in command under then Deputy Chief of Police Grant. My sister, she was the best detective ever. Oh, that's good. Yes, I remember. Deputy Chief Grant and Miss Skye used to be quite the pair. I believe they shared the same office. That's right. I'd always sit at my sister's desk and dream about playing that organ. I wanted to play it that day, too. The police department and the prosecutor's office held a ceremony that day. Lana promised to take me to dinner after she finished her work. Okay, so she was just kind of waiting. A man ran in. Neil Marshall rescued me. But I'll never get what I saw in that instant. Can you tell us about that? Mr. Marshall jumped on Dark just then. The lights went out. The lights? It was just about this time of the year. There was a terrible storm going on and lightning struck nearby. So the electricity went out? Wait a minute. If it was pitch dark in that room, you shouldn't have been able to see anything, right? Right, but just then lightning flashed again outside. That sudden flash left an unforgettable image of the scene in my mind. I see. I told the detective about what I saw then. The detective? Yes, Detective Goodman. He was in charge of the case. Detective Bruce Goodman. The victim. Let's hear more. I mean, come on. So you spoke with Detective Goodman about this 2 years ago? Yes. That's what's so scary about this trial. And you told Detective Goodman about what you saw? Yes, but at the time, the words just wouldn't come out. That's why I drew a picture. Picture? Yes, I think she mentioned that before. Well, Mr. Wright, have you heard enough? Ask about the picture. The picture, please. This picture the witness drew. I believe it has a very important meaning. What? But the list of evidence I was given 2 years ago didn't contain a picture. Witness, would you mind if we added the statement to your testimony? Yes, Your Honor. I drew a picture of that scene, but it seems that it's been lost. Oh! He doesn't have it because it's on the other list. Where is it? Is it this one? I think it's this one. I don't think I have another one. Water down the throat. Mr. Edgeworth? Lock in. This little girl put all her heart into drawing that picture. It was a very great picture. I bet she's very talented. Thank you. And yet, you insist on denying its existence. Huh? Bitch! We're on the same side! Yeah! Basically what he said. Hey, I'm not the bad guy. All I'm saying is that as the prosecutor for the case, I wasn't handed such a picture. That may well be, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Behold! Behold! The Ace of Spades! This is the evidence list for the SL9 incident. Please turn it over, Your Honor. Turn it over? Turn it... Ah! Who drew the spooky ghost back here? Oh, sorry, shit. A floating shopping list! What's this? Oh, wait. Yes, what is that? Hey, that's it! That's the picture I drew! Did we know that? Wait, was that back there the whole time? I thought it would be listed! I didn't know it was on the back. I may have forgotten about that. I just assumed it was actually just written on the list. Indeed, 2 men appear to be wrestling here. What's the meaning of this? What are you doing with that list? Me? Only the prosecutor in charge should have access to that list. Huh? These lists, they're different from each other. What? It would appear, Mr. Edgeworth, that the evidence list you were handed 2 years ago was incomplete. These 2 lists fit together to form one. You can see the marks here when they were torn apart from each other. So you see, Mr. Edgeworth, it's quite obvious what's happened. 2 years ago, only half the evidence in that case ever reached you. What? What? Order! Order! But, Miss Sky, why did you draw your picture on the back of such an important list? Because that's what Detective Goodman handed me in the questioning room, Your Honor. Wait a minute. If this list was torn in half, then that means... Your Honor, Are you alright, Mr. Wright? Your eyes are bulging from your head and you keep slamming your hands on your desk. Are your hands okay? Yes, actually. If the evidence list was torn in half, then there might be more of the drawing on the back of Mr. Edgeworth's list. Has he not turned it around? No, but that would make sense. Yes, that's quite conceivable, Mr. Edgeworth. It's possible. I haven't turned this shit around. Let's see. What? It's something wrong. Your mouth seems to be full of M's. Do you even have to ask? That means it's fucking there. Sorry, Your Honor. There's indeed something drawn on the back of my list. It's that thing. No! The blue fucking badger, he's in my head. Oh. Oh. That thing. That thing that was dancing in the evidence room. That horrid thing. But why was it there? Clearly this act of vandalism is the work of a certain chief of detectives. Guess he was out of scrap paper. Evidence, oh, that's what it's supposed to look like. I don't know why, I just thought it was too stapled piece of paper. And they just didn't have the other side of it. Okay, list of evidence to the SL9 incident. Half of this list was found at Grant's desk. I'm losing my mind to this music. Make it stop. Oh, thank God. Very well. Witness, will you please testify about this picture you drew 2 years ago? Huh? Oh, yes, sir, Your Honor. Did she draw the blue badger? I wonder... What's wrong with Emma? She seemed to be thinking about something when she was looking at that picture. Emma's picture. This is the picture I drew 2 years ago. The flash lightning was so bright, all I could see were shadows. After that, I must have fainted. The picture shows exactly what I saw in that instant. To think a flash of lightning could burn such an image in your mind. Yeah, it was a fucking murder. Thanks to that, though, she was able to show us exactly what she saw. Well, I don't see any contradictions here. Right? Well, I need a drink. But no, there is something wrong. This clearly shows Joe Dark about the murder prosecutor Neil Marshall. The defense may now begin its cross-examination. This picture. This picture shows what I drew 2 years ago. The flash lightning was so bright, all I could see were shadows. After that, I must have fainted. This picture shows exactly what I saw in that instant. She also mentioned that she saw him get stabbed in the chest, but that's wrong. Wasn't he stabbed in, like, the back? Let me... Do we have... Yeah, he was stabbed in the back. Stabbed in the back, died from punctured heart and lung. So, clearly there's like a whole bit that she is unaware of. Hate to be the bearer of bad news. This picture the witness drew contains a blatant contradiction. What? But I still remember it like it was yesterday. It's my fucking trauma in Phoenix. What the fuck? I'm 16. Fuck, man. Gonna discredit me like this. Fuck. Mr. Wright, perhaps it would be faster if you simply pointed out this contradiction for us. What part of this picture contradicts the autopsy report? Do I have the wrong train of thought again? I think I do. Is it this? I mean, he was... I feel like we know that this is correct. He definitely died from being stabbed in the back. Because she said that he was stabbed in the chest. But this is also weird. I think it's this. The contradiction, of course, lies here. Take a look at the knife the man is holding. If you look closely, you can see that its tip it's broken. Oh yeah! That's right, but they found... That's right, so the tip is broken. They found a tip in him. That's right. I'm on, like, the wrong train of thought, but I'm clicking the right stuff. It's the same thing. Whatever. Even I don't have to look closely to see that, Mr. Wright. They found a piece in his body. So that knife couldn't have been the one that stabbed him. That's what we're getting at. But, Mr. Wright, look at the evidence. See the murder weapon? Its tip is broken too. If I recall, the tip of the knife was found broken off in the victim's body, but that would imply that it would have broken before. It was the conclusive piece of evidence that proved Joe Dark was the murderer. Was that planted in his body then, perhaps? Do you think someone just fucking put it in there? Nope. I'm afraid it's not so simple, Emma. I want to hit the desk too. And where, pray tell, could you possibly see a problem? It's obvious, really. The victim suffered a single stab wound to the back. If the victim was only stabbed once, then the murder weapon should not yet be broken. Sorry, I was like, where's he going with this? Ah! Sorry, there was another ghost in my... Sorry, I was making a bit. Fuck. Perhaps the knife was broken beforehand. Sorry, but I'm afraid that's not possible. The tip of the knife was found inside the victim's body. If it was broken beforehand, it could possibly wind up there. That's right, but what does this mean? The tip of the knife was undeniably discovered within the victim's body. The only possible explanation is the witness' memory is mistaken. That's why I asked her so many times if she was sure she remembered correctly. I believe you were annoyed at that time. But she was sure she remembered correctly. But there's no other way to explain this inconsistency. They're just going at it. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. There is another explanation. Have you forgotten already? Another little something called falsified evidence. Yeah. You're treading on thin ice, right? All I'm saying is that this broken knife tip might be the piece of evidence that was forged. Yeah. That someone, I think someone put it inside the body. You can't deny the possibility. No. What the fuck? How's this dude on top of this shit? Order, order, order. Are you saying the investigation really was corrupted? Your Honor, that is what I'm saying. Please allow me to once again go over the events that took place the day of the murder. The police department and the prosecutor's office were holding a ceremony that day. After receiving the King of Prosecutors Award at the ceremony, Neil Marshall questioned Joe Dark along with Damon Grant. During his questioning, Joe Dark fled the room. Prosecutor Marshall chased after him and was killed by Dark. Or was he? It is my belief that somewhere in the story, there's a lie. I think the lie is that he was killed by Joe Dark. I don't think he was. I'm not lying. That man really was holding up a broken knife. If that's true, then there's no other way around it. This could not have been the actual murder weapon. It must have been another broken knife. What are the chances of there being two broken knives? There is a chance of a broken knife. Another broken knife besides Joe Dark's. Could there have been one? No, there is. There is another broken knife. If The witness is this adamant about the accuracy of what she saw. It can't just be explained away by simple observational error. Mr. Wright? In that instance, Emma really did see a broken knife. I assume, then, that you have some information about this other broken knife. If so, please feel free to enlighten us. The murder weapon was already broken prior to the murder. There's only one way. Take a look at this. Here's the real murder weapon. I was gonna show the trophy, but I think I have to show this. Because it actually shows the broken knife. The answer lies in the past. 2 years ago in the past. Right here inside this picture. This is a picture of the awards ceremony. Ah! I realized it was Edgeworth halfway through. What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? It's the broken murder weapon. Notice the award prosecutor Marshall is holding. That's a broken knife. As we earlier concluded, the knife in the drawing was not Joe Dark's knife. That being the case, the knife the witness saw was in all likelihood from this award. Order, order, order. I never have that like in a good, smooth way. Neil Marshall was awarded King of Prosecutors that day. As an award, he was given this broken shield and knife. When he chased after Joe Dark, he pulled out this knife. Being a prosecutor, he did not carry a pistol. This broken knife was the only weapon he had in this dangerous situation. But that can't be. Oh, why not, Mr. Edgeworth? Because if the King of Prosecutors award knife was the murder weapon, then the murderer and the victim would be reversed. What do you mean? I mean, this man raising a knife would have been Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Oh. Oh! But what if it's someone else? But the prosecutor was the one who actually died. Maybe there's something else. That's true. What's going on here? Phoenix, you stupid fuck! It seems Mr. Wright has been a bit too eager to jump to conclusions. Oh! Wait! I remember now! I remember everything! Witness? Mr. Edgeworth. What is it? Could you show me your evidence list again, please? His evidence? His list? Fuck. The one with that picture scribbled on the back. I knew it. This picture. I'm the one who drew it. What? You drew that? That's right. The list wasn't torn in half at the time I drew this picture. What the fuck does this change? What is that? Is that Batman? What the fuck is it supposed to be then? All this time I've been trying so hard to forget. Batman. I must have locked this part away deep inside me. Perhaps it would be best if we added this to the witness's testimony. Would you please tell us what you've recalled, Miss Guy? Yes, Your Honor. First the knife mix-up, and now the blue badger? This should be interesting. Emma's recollection. When I saw that man raise his knife, I panicked and rushed towards both of them. I think I knocked away the man with the knife. Just then there was another flash of lightning, and that's when I saw the blue badger. He wasn't in the room, but I'm sure I saw a shadow. Was the blue badger a thing, though? This is certainly most unusual. This is Batman. This is pretty much. What the fuck? Try impossible. Chief of Detectives hadn't even designed him until this year. Oh, that's fucked up, actually. That's so fucked up. If you think about it, that's kind of fucked up. Oh my god. He's a fucking fiend. He's actually worse than we thought. That would mean he didn't even exist 2 years ago. Very well. The defense may now begin its cross-examination. Oh! Stop! Please, don't pursue this any further. Lana? Oh, that's a new sprite, too. Lana? What's the meaning of this? Please remain seated in the defendant's chair. But you can't do this. I've already confessed to the crime. Why can't you just leave it at that? Chief Prosecutor Sky. I've already come to this far. It's too late to turn back. Hell yeah, let's go. Silence. Defense will now begin its cross-examination. Bailiff, please detain the defendant. Seems we're finally getting to the core of the matter. Emma's recollection. So, could it have been something else? Saw this man raise a knife, panic, rushed towards both of them. I think I knocked away the man with the knife. Just then there was another flash lightning, and that's when I saw him, the blue badger. Is there something that looks, I guess, like that shape then? Because it was a, can I look at the drawing? Such a, God, I'm trying to figure out what this means. You can't tell, but I'm turning my head to like, try to like piece together. Is it the fucking jar? The jar's the only like, look at the shape. I mean, if you look at it, it kind of, because it's got like the little, it's got little dots, and I bet like if you rotated it, like if I bet if I like, I mean, it actually kind of, it's this fuck-ass jar. I fucking hate this jar. It pisses me off. Fucking look at, I'm losing track of it. I think it's this jar. I think this is what she saw. Because it can't be the blue badger, he didn't exist. The mysterious blue badger was in fact this. But that's... Or what exactly is that? Sucks ass. I believe it's some sort of jar. But Mr. Wright, that doesn't look anything like the blue badger. Indeed, it doesn't. As it stands now, it's just a plain jar. However, what if we were to change our viewpoint? Our viewpoint. Have to show them the correct angle to look at this form. So I guess I just have to kind of like rotate it to like look like the fucking. Oh fuck! Oh shit! Oh, what? Oh no, that's not the keys I want. This way. Gotta get it. Fucking. Oh fuck! I can't. I mean. Wait, was... Okay, so... Oh my god, did someone fucking throw the vase at her? And this is... because that's like the snapshot in the brain she saw? For an instant, I saw that. Did I pass out? I think because someone fucking threw a jar at your face. Is that what's happening? Did it attack her? Did someone attack her with the vase? I mean, I think it's this. Well, is this a miracle or what? Keep it together, Phoenix. No one could possibly deny this jar's resemblance to the Blue Badger. This case is insane. No, it can't be. Order! Order! The defense has proven its claim. The mysterious Blue Badger witness on the day of the crime was actually this? Although we all enjoyed Mr. Wright's dramatic performance, one question remains. What's your point? What do you mean? So that badger thing was actually just a jar. That doesn't change anything. I'm afraid that's where you're wrong, Mr. Edgeworth. You see, this changes everything. Yeah, because it's showing that it's really up close and in front of her. That's rather strange. Indeed, very well then. Please tell us. What's different now that we know the witness saw this jar? I think just the location? Because it's not these two. Allow me to take these in turn. At the moment of the murder, the witness saw this jar. At a very specific angle, I might add, Mr. Wright. Yeah, it's in a weird angle. Very well. Yes, well, knowing this, where could she have seen this jar? Where? The location of the jar is shown in a picture taken on the day of the crime. It's on a shelf in the office of Demond Grant. But the body was found lying near Lana Sky's desk. The witness testified so herself. Yes, and it is these two facts that reveal what actually transpired. You see, the struggle between Dark and Marshall did not take place in Lana Sky's office. It happened on the other side of the room, in Chief Grant's office. It's still the same room. Are you implying the murderer moved the victim's body from Demond Grant's office to Lana Sky's office? Still the same room. Yes, that is what I'm saying. Why would he do that? There's no reason. Exactly. I think he's implying because he wasn't killed by Joe Jark, this was someone else. If there wasn't a reason, he wouldn't have gone through the trouble. The only logical conclusion is that there was a reason. Do you know what the reason was, Mr. Wright? Do I? I wanted to be like, no. Finally figured it out. This is why Lana tried to stop the trial. It's too late to quit now, though. Please recall the witness's testimony. She said she knocked away the man who was holding up the knife. In the next instant, the jar was hit and flown through the air. Now tell me, what could have sent the jar flying? That would have to have been the impact of the man made when he was knocked into the wall. Ladies and gentlemen, if I may draw your attention to this picture once more. If the man was knocked in the direction of the shelf of the shelf the jar was sitting on. Oh my god. Wait. Oh, when I kept looking at that picture, I made sure to keep note of how bright and sharp that spear was. Are you saying... No. Are you... Oh, no. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no. I think I know what's happening. What would he have hit? The suit of armor holding a very sharp and dangerous looking spear. So does that mean she accidentally killed him and that's the dirt Grant has on Lana then? Oh, wait a minute. Yes. And since the man who was knocked into the armor was carrying a broken knife, he would have had to have been Neil Marshall wielding the King of Prosecutors trophy. No, Mr. Wright, you can't be thinking. Yes. There's another possibility of what actually transpired in that room. Another possibility. Of course, the perpetrator would have had no idea, but nevertheless. I don't know if I can go through with this. Mr. Wright, what's the matter? If events took place as the defense theorizes, then the outcome is obvious. In that moment, assuming the man Emma Skye knocked away was actually Prosecutor Neil Marshall. It is what I'm thinking. No, I get it now. You mean Mr. Marshall died because of me? Let's get a replay on that death. No! No! Oh, did you faint? I never imagined her testimony lead her to this. So it was the witness who took the victim's life, and then proved so with her own testimony. This is unprecedented. Next text. What are you saying? I'm so sorry, Miss Skye, but given the circumstances, Joe Dark murdered Prosecutor Marshall. How can you think it was Emma? How dare you try to pin the crime on her? Imagine that coming from you. If you recall, it was you who admitted to forging evidence 2 years ago. That's why she did it. The reason you moved Prosecutor Marshall's body was to keep anyone else from finding out about what Emma did, wasn't it? She was 14 and in a really bad situation. Are we sending her to jail? It was pitch black as well. I assure you, Mr. Edgeworth, I have no idea what you're talking about. If you hope to have anyone believe your insane allegations, I'm afraid you're going to have to have proof. Tell me, do you have any conclusive evidence that proves my sister killed Neil Marshall? Evidence? I'm willing to bet you don't. Yes, it certainly would be difficult to prove this with evidence. If we don't have evidence, then we'll have to rely on testimony. I'm afraid that won't work in this case. Both parties involved in the incident are dead. We certainly can't get dead people to testify. This has all been a wild goose chase from the beginning. I'm locking in. Touché, Miss Skye. Of course, that only leaves us with one possibility. You mean there's still another possibility? And I'm unaware of it? Uh-oh. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? I mean the possibility that the victim has left us a message. Oh, yeah, this... Oh, no. I think I know what it is, too. For better or for worse, Mr. Marshall did not die instantly. He may have left behind the name of the person who took his life. In one manner or another. That's impossible. Well, Mr. Wright, this is the only possibility left to you. So, you either take it or you don't. A message from the deceased. If such a message exists. Got to think back to the court record. The real murderer's name that the victim may have left behind is in the evidence. I think I know what it is. I've been trying to get a good look at it for a bit. This message from the deceased is already in our possession. Mr. Wright, will you stop at nothing to prove my sister a murderer? Nope, she's going to jail. Do not be mistaken, Miss Skye. Our purpose is not to accuse him of any crime. There's only one thing we seek. The truth. No matter how painful it may be. Now then, Mr. Wright, please show us the piece of evidence that conveys a message from the deceased. I think the only thing it can be is the jar. There's definitely something written on it, but it won't let us see it. I definitely saw, like, some kind of wording when we got the piece, and I'm like, huh, was it a message? But it looks weird right now because it doesn't want us to have that information yet. This is the message left from the deceased. This is that blue badger from before, right? Oh, is he going to just speak the killer's name? If that thing could, I'm sure it would. Looks like everyone's forgotten this is just a jar. The message was left here, on the surface of this jar. What do you mean? If you look closely, you can see a faint trail of blood on this jar. Looks like someone wiped the blood away. Uh-oh. Yes, but notice, for some reason, the blood on some of the fragments was not wiped away. Oh yeah, it's the fragment that we got. Yes, there's a line here drawn in blood. So what you're saying is these dots, the once the lines. Prosecutor Marshall did not die instantly. He used the few precious moments left to him to leave behind a message. One that someone apparently wiped away. But blood must have seeped into the jar where the lines changed directions. Precisely so. All we need to do is connect these points, and the victim's message will become apparent. No. Phoenix, what the fuck? Mr. Wright, what kind of message did the victim leave for us? Your Honor, I believe these bloodstains will reveal to us the answer. Got to connect the dots to make a letter. To make letters. There's only one thing the victim would have witnessed. Written given the circumstances. His murderer's name.
Well, it would be like this to there, this there, that to this to there, this to that, this to that,
But I did it! This is a defense attorney's duty to prove their client's innocent. That's why all I've been thinking about is saving Lana. After all my efforts, I never thought it'd turn out like this. Emma. It's pretty fucked up to do, though. So this is the final message Prosecutor Marshall left behind. Damn. That's crazy. Of all people. She may not have meant it, but in the end, the one who took the victim's life was Emma Skye. Oh no, get the fuck out of here! Seaworthy, can't say I didn't warn you. Fuck ass. Chief Grant, do you understand the implications of what you've done? Don't... He's gonna be here and be like, I tried to protect the girl. No, you're in on this for some reason. What? What are you talking about? 2 years ago, Joe Dark was sentenced to death. He was convicted because of his final murder. I believe you were the prosecutor in the case, were you not? Yes, Worthy. Because of you, an innocent man was sentenced to death. I wouldn't say that. That's not correct. But, you know... Not only that, but you used forged evidence to ensure his conviction. Crash out moment! Nuh-uh. But Joe Dark really was a serial murderer. That's undeniable. I'm afraid that's not important. No, fuck off. It's him. I mean, he probably didn't kill Marshall, but he killed... I'm pretty sure he killed Bruce Goodman for reasons I don't know yet. Didn't you know? We aren't defenders of justice. Yeah, we are. What? We're merely keepers of the law. Sentencing a man to death is no light matter, even if there wasn't any cover-up or evidence forgery. Ultimately, the responsibility falls on the prosecutor in charge. Despite what anyone may say, the fact cannot be denied. Oh! What's going on at the prosecutor's office? They might have sentenced a man to his death. No! How can he just stand there like it wasn't his fault? Order! 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 Gavels pounding fell on deaf ears. Unable to settle the crowd, the judge declared a recess. Where this trial is headed, no one knows. You can't just leave me on that. I'm like so invested in this trial. This trial's so good. Holy shit. This trial's great. Okay, I'm not gonna save yet. I'm gonna end recording and look it over again so I don't have another problem. But where does this leave us? We now have to figure out the murder of Bruce Goodman. Grant is definitely using what happened 2 years ago to use Lana. But why? But why? Why? What does he gain from this? That's what I want to know. We're gonna have to figure this out sooner or later. I want to know what the fuck they take from this house. If I don't get an answer, I want a divorce. If we don't figure this out, I want to figure this out. This is a really good one. So yeah, it's not over. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.